I think it's been a really interesting process for the people in the community. I think it's certainly been educational for me. I knew that the community cared a lot about the pond and what their concerns were going to be in broad terms, but I think as we've been through now 3 different public information center meetings, it's been interesting to see, I think, a really educational dialogue both ways, from obviously information presented by Upper Thames and ecosystems on the details of the EA, but also the other way around, from the community to them. And I think it's moved the project forward, and I think both sides are more informed about the possibilities and the limitations of the pond itself and the environment around the pond.
And so the preferred alternative continues to be alternative 4, which is removing the dam, having a naturalized channel, and an offline pond. An offline pond would continue to provide open water habitat for aquatic species, for fish as well as for birds. This is one thing that we heard as well at the last PIC, is that there are birds and waterfowl that like to use the area, and so there would continue to be habitat for them. In terms of mitigating the loss of a large online pond, there could be a diversity of water depths and vegetation that would maintain an open water feature. We could also ensure that the depth is sufficient then to intercept the groundwater, to cool the water, and also maintain pond volume, especially through evaporation processes in the summer. And there could be design methods that would ensure that during specific flow events, that water from the water course would spill into the pond to refresh it, add more volume, allows the flushing of the pond to occur. And this pond could also then be used as a source for water for the mill.
We set out to have a very informative and discussion with the community. The Conservation of Ontario Class Environmental Assessment does go a little bit further. We recognize the significance of the issues in many of the projects we do, and we try to inform them as much as possible, have the information accessible, and engage in that dialogue a little bit more than is often required.